Okay, welcome back to the next series. Okay, how to use the throughput yield into the RCM. Okay, that's what the today's topic. So, what is throughput yield? Okay, the throughput yield is used by the manufacturing industry in a very effective manner. So, what do you mean by throughput yield is nothing but per hour, how many accounts or how many products you are able to produce for that particular industry. That's what it's talked about, right? See, now we are going to discuss how we can use this effectively into RCM process, right? So if you ask me, are we not using this term in RCM? If you ask me, I can say that no, we are using. First one is we will call it as a CCR, right? Clean claim ratio. How many claims I'm billing, how many claims is reaching to the payer. That we'll call it as a CCM without the rejection. And second one, if you ask me, I can say that FPPR, first pass payment ratio. That is the second ratio, right? How many claim I'm billing without any denial or rejection, how many is reaching the payer and then getting a payment. That's the second term which we are using in this particular one. Okay, we are using this throughput yield in different term, FPPR or CCR. We are using this in general term. So then what is the necessity of using this throughput yield? That's what the question you may have. The point here is we when you come to AR, we are not using this effectively, right? What is a measure of AR? How successful I am in AR? So that we don't have any metrics over there. For that, this throughput yield will be the best option to do. Okay, if you're coming to the conclusion, right? What is the throughput yield talks about, right? Throughput yield, what is the definition? Percentage of claim that successfully complete and process without defects are a waste, and it is going to the second follow-up. See what it mean by that. For example, my target is 50, 20 days I'm working, that is 1000 is my target, or capacity of mine is 1000. Out of the 1000 accounts, how many accounts are resolved? How many accounts are moving to the second touch, right? That's called your throughput yield. And what are all the key factors involved here is your process efficiency, how you are giving your input, right? Being a very effective team leader or a manager, you are very strong in what input you are giving, what is the workload you are giving to your team, how they are addressing, and how is your quality, and how you are avoiding the waste. These are all the key metrics where you can improve your throughput yield. So mainly we'll talk about the value added services, what you are talking about. What is the importance of it? If you are able to improve your throughput yield, obviously you are not going to touch the claim multiple times. You will get a better profitability, cost will reduce, and increase your customer satisfaction. That's what our major aim out of this throughput yield. Right. So what are the factors? See, this mainly if your design, the product design or your workflow design is very perfect, then you will get better throughput yield. And if you have a better resoluted, or for example, best resolution SOP, you know SOP, what it means, right? Whatever the denial is coming in, what action I'm going to take it. If you have the best resolution SOP in place, then you can see you can get a better throughput yield. And employees training. See, the people will always forget the SOP, right? When we, even us, right? When we create SOP, we remember it and we will tend to forget. And the people who are all working in the day in, day out, they have to be trained on the SOP, what action they need to take. It's not their fault, right? When they are didn't come across that scenario for a 3 weeks or a 4 weeks, obviously they will forget. So we have to go back and then train them on the SOP. And there's a three things which we'll call it as process yield, first time yield, and role throughput yield. These are all very important term to understand. I'll explain. I have Excel. I can walk you through. The first one is process yield. What do you mean by process yield? Non-defective items divided by total item produced. See, for example, I'm working on 1000 claims. In that, 100 is a problem, quality error. So the 100 is moved out. So my point is 9000 I produced out of 1000, right? That is my capacity, 900 out of 1000. Here, what I'm taking is total team production, 12,000 per month. In this, 8,500 is resolved. Okay, the first touch itself. So my throughput yield or a process yield is 71%. I am getting a success rate. This is a process yield. In that, what do you mean by the first time yield? See, the 8,500, it has not come directly. For example, in that 8,500, 850, the quality team identified that as an error and we reworked on it. So if you remove that 850 from this one, you will get a first time yield, which is called 71%. 8,500 minus 850, okay, which is giving the percentage here. And roll throughput yield is nothing but there are 2 or 3 processes there. See, for example, 1,000, 12,000. In that 850, I rework. Like this, I have 3 processes, 71, 69, and 73. If you multiply that, for example, I'll consider this. I'm going for a 3 touch. So 35.76 will be my throughput yield. Actually, this is a real-time yield when you have multiple touch in your claim. So how to understand this? We'll go to this. Okay, I have one Excel for you guys. You can understand how we are going to do that. I'll open this Excel. Okay, I'll explain this in detail. Okay, see, for example, we will take an industry, then you can understand easily. See, we will take a, which industry? We'll take a soap manufacturing. Okay, so here there is a machine 1 and it is going to machine 2 and then machine 3. So we'll consider first one is creating a soap bar. Okay, so my capacity is 100. From that 100, there is a 10 is a damage. So 90 is my first pass. And second one, in this 90, it is going to the second pass. For example, it is a wrapping, right? The cover they are putting it. Again, here it is 90 is my total capacity. Here I didn't have, or I'll have a damage of 5, and then 85 is my number. Okay, and the third one, it is going to the packing. Okay, all this 85 is going for a packing. In that, 5 is the damage, and then 80 is the final output. So I think you will understand, right? See, this is the first time bar they are manufacturing. This is going for a wrap or a cover. And the third one is the packing, the cotton box they are packing. So now what happened? My capacity is 100. After the damage, these are all damage or quality issue. Okay, quality rejects. So we call it as a quality reject. Okay, this is the final outcome. So here, this what I want to produce the soap 100, but finally I got only 80. So if you see that 80 divided by 100 is my output, that's what we'll calculate. But RTY, the roll throughput yield, is not calculated in that way. See, for example, how we'll calculate 90 divided by my 100. The same way, you convert that into percentage. The similar thing, if you can do for all your process, this is your number, right? So what is my throughput yield? If you calculate 90 multiplied by 94 multiplied by 94, this is what your number is. So you are reaching only 80% of your RTY. This is what your RTY is. Roll throughput yield. When you have multiple touches in your process, your percentage is getting reduced. So it not 90%. It is not 94%, right? So your overall, if I bill 100 claim, only 80 claims is getting reached to that level, right? That's what the industrial manufacturing is going to consider. If you take the same thing for you, for example, I'll bring it to the AR. AR production is 12,000. In that result is 8,500. Then my throughput yield is 71%. And the same account, if you consider here 3,500 account is coming for my second touch. In that 3,200 is resolving. I'm considering my throughput is 91%. And the third time I have to work on 300 accounts. You consider 12,000 is not closing within a month, right? It's going for a second touch and it is going for the third touch. If you consider the same thing, your output is only 65%, right? That's what your output is. So when your touch is increasing, your throughput yield is very low. So we have to be little careful how we are doing it. This is all general calculation. If you consider a quality rework, still we are going lower and lower, right? This is what our challenge is. So what is the outcome of this? Say why we are discussing in detail about this. See, whenever your team is working on any of the account, right? The yield should increase, right? They should be able to deliver and they should be able to get the first pass ratio should be in a good shape. Otherwise, we will be in a trouble, right? So identify your outputs, right? Determine the total number of claim that went through the production for that particular month. And you calculate your yield and multiple follow-up is your problem, right? So mostly AR team, what we will do, we will not consider or we are not giving enough importance on the touch count, right? My point is I'll do production, right? That's all. But that's not a value-added production. That's a problem here, right? So I just want to bring that awareness to you guys so that you know that where we need to focus on. right? So how to do that? How to improve my throughput yield? One, continuous improvement means what? You have to give a proper training. The team should be involved. They should know what is their throughput yield. These are all the things you have to do on the continuous improvement. And automation, right? You can improve your automation. See, for example, some of the claim and process, getting processed and paid. Why we need to touch it? Try to move to an automation. And quality control, right? For example, quality is giving a rework. You go back and identify the RCA, what is the problem and how we are going to complete it. And employee engagement. Unless your team is connected with you, you are not going to get bigger success of it, right? So here, to increase your inventory management is very important, and touch to resolve, everyone should know what is a touch to resolve percentage, which is we are calling that as a throughput yield, and process optimization and quality improvement. These are all the major thing. What we discuss here is how to optimize the throughput yield, and by continuous improvement, how we are doing, and applicability across. See, the throughput yield can be applicable for all the industries, not only for the manufacturer. That's my intention to show you guys. Hope you understand what I'm trying to do. I have one more Excel. I'll show you and then we can wind down, right? See, for example, what we used to do, all these names are created names. Okay, don't consider this as a name. Okay, so actually what we used to do, we will take a team leader wise, and by the team wise, we will calculate what is their total production for that month, what is the outstanding claim, how much is the resolved, right? So if you consider this particular team leader has 12% of the resolution. The same with the second guy, okay, he touched around 1,558 account, and then now 32% is his resolution rate, right? And the third guy, 22% is the resolution rate. Overall team, if you consider, my resolution rate is 21. The one problem with your AR is, for example, in the AR, okay, I'll take a month of Jan, okay. So I'm working, I'll take this guy's number, okay, 1,993 I worked on. So I'm saying that it is 243 only resolved, okay, the month of Jan itself, or Feb, we'll consider as a Feb. See, when you're working on AR, you cannot expect everything will resolve in the same month, right? It will take time. So usually what we will do, we will take 3 months period, right? For example, you will take March. See, whatever account you worked in the month of Jan, we will go and then verify in the month of February, it may be 247. And March, you have to consider again, right? So you give a 3 months. This is a production month. We'll call it as an M0 month. Okay, this will become M1 and this will become M2 and this will become M3, right? So this will be April. So what do you need to do? Take your production and then take your production to 3 months. Since it's AR, right, it is not going to complete within a month. See, for example, if it is a Medicare, okay, you are able to resolve within a month, that's well and good. If it is BCBS, their tenuity or the processing time is more and you need 3 months, fix a standard measurement, okay, whether you're going to take it 3 months or you're going to take it 2 months to get the success rate of it. So this will give a better clarity to you where our resolution rates are going on. And the measuring the resolution rate will be very, very helpful. I'll tell you why. If whatever account you guys are touching, coming for a follow-up, that will become a bigger trouble, right? For you. You have to align your team and the account is not going out. It is becoming a backlog for you. If account is not resolving, it's a backlog, right? So you need to work on it. That's a challenge here. So improve your first pass ratio. So I did the same thing by my AR status, right? Status or action code. This will be better way to do. Take a claim action code and then see that how many are getting resolved. See, for example, if you say, I'm refiling the claim, right? My success rate is only 10%, right? The same way we can see that the adjustment, right? I'm moving to adjustment, but it's not getting adjusted. So by this action code and by status code, okay, you can track what is your resolution rate and how to improve the resolution, right? This will be helpful for you guys to monitor your process, right? We don't have a measurement, direct measurement on the air, but this throughput yield will give a better measurement idea how you can track your team, right? And you can go back, say, for example, this guy is doing only 6%, right? This lady. So what you can do, we go and then understand why the resolution rate is very, very, very less. How we can improve, right? Like that, you identify who need to be given the training, right? These people can be pushed into a training. See, this guy, if you see here, this guy resolution rate is 45%. Right. So some people are good, right? Even the team leader, if you consider, this guy is good at his resolution rate, first pass. And if you consider it second and third month, 3 months if you take, then it will give a real picture where you need to focus on, right? So these are all the metrics, okay, which is used in a different industry, which we can use it for our lean methodology and to improve your RCM. Okay, this what the today's topic. I hope this will be helpful for you, and we will cover with one more topic coming forward.
Okay, Rajesh. Rajesh, is there any way that